It's the same phenomenon with Trump. It's like, I couldn't stand his politics, but if you denied that he was funny,
right,
you were lying.
Right.
Like the campaign was funny.
When he called Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man, I mean, come on. Come on, that shit's hilarious. The guy's got great timing. I mean, he could have been a stand-up. His timing is excellent.
Yeah. If he had, he probably would have been good.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Probably would have said some hilarious shit. Look, if the guy can, and he's good off the cuff. It's not saying he's the best leader we've ever had. Not saying he's a great statesman or a great president or even a good representation of what America's supposed to stand for. Because he's not. And it's a real problem. It's a real problem because there's a lot of people that are conservative-minded, fiscally conservative, hardworking people. They don't like any of his antics, and they're forced to choose between someone they deeply disrespect versus someone who they also deeply disrespect. It's like, what am I doing here?
Right.
How do I go? I'm trying to figure out if I'm conservative anymore. Am I a liberal now? And you don't know because you don't want to align yourself with problematic personalities that also embody some of the economic ideas that you agree with.
Right. But his send up of the whole process, was accurate.
Yeah. The swamp.
I mean, the self seriousness of it.
Yeah.
Right. He was constantly kind of making fun of how seriously people like Hillary Clinton took themselves.
Yeah.
And there was no way it was not going to land. Like, Jeb Bush, saying my mother is the strongest person in the world, and him, saying she should be running. That stuff was just it was designed. It was never not going to work.
Right.
And the fact that none of the reporters could see it at the time was kind of amazing.
Yeah, well, I think people were just so terrified that an asshole like that could actually win and become president. And I remember we did an End of the World podcast from the Comedy Store, where a bunch of comics, we were like watching the election take place and talking shit while it was happening. And then afterwards, it was all over. We were like all stunned, and we went back to the comedian's bar, and I was watching Jake Tapper on TV with this like somber look in his face. Report, well, it really does look like Trump is the president. Like the whole thing was so surreal and wild that, I mean, they just did everything they could to stop that from happening, and it didn't work.
Yeah. No, I mean, and even till the end, I didn't think it was going to happen. But then Florida came in. Do you remember that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, holy shit, this is going to happen. Like,
one of the best things is watching the compilation of the Young Turks, watching the election go down in the beginning, being super confident, and then towards the end they're like, fuck. And then there's the same people that have to pretend that Biden's okay.